Hello children, I am Alka and welcome to my YouTube channel. In the previous video, I taught you what is the basic nature of every matter. So, the basic nature of every matter is that it is made up of particles. So, we can understand this with the help of taking an example of book. Let's assume this is a book, okay? So, this is a book. So, as I said, every matter is made up of particles. Now, this is a book and this is a matter. So, it is also made up of some particles. So, what is special about these particles? It means what is the nature of these particles? So, the first property or the first nature of these particles is that these particles are very small. These particles are very small. And the next property is that these particles have spaces between them. Now, these particles are looking really close, but no matter how close or far they are, these particles always have some space between them. So, the next property is that these particles of matter have spaces between them, right? Now, what is the next property about these particles of matter? That these particles have some force of attraction between them. These particles of matter have some force of attraction between. So these particles have some force of attraction between them. Now the force of attraction between the particles in solids is high as compared to liquids and gases. And the final property of these particles is that these particles are continuously in motion. So these particles are continuously in motion. So to know more about these properties, you can check out my previous video and the link for this I'll attach in the description box. So today we are going to focus on this last property, which is that particles of every matter are continuously in motion. It means that these particles are continuously moving no matter how close or far they are. चाहे वो कितनी भी दूर हो, particles किसी भी substance के अंदर है, किसी भी matter के अंदर या फिर कितनी भी पास हो, these particles are always moving. So based on this property, which is particles of matter are continuously moving, a process takes place. So this process takes place between different matters and this process is called diffusion. So what is diffusion? So diffusion can be defined as intermixing or mixing of particles of two different types of matter on their own. Okay. So intermixing or mixing of particles of two different types of matter on their own is called diffusion. Now we have to notice here one thing, that we are not going to mix here the particles, but these particles will get mixed on their own. Okay. Now you can understand this with the help of an example. If it's you, then you must have noticed that you can smell hot food from several meters away. If somewhere food is cooked, then you can smell it from several meters away if it is hot. So why is it happening? Because the particles of food, they mix with the particles of air, and these food particles, they reach up to you by the help of these air particles. So this was an example of diffusion of food particles in air. Now the next topic is types of diffusion. So there are different types of diffusion based on nature of substances getting mixed.
Go.
So the first type of diffusion is diffusion of solids in liquids. Diffusion of solids in liquids. So here we will take salt as solid and water as liquid. So if we take some water in a pot and add some salt to it, then even without stirring, it means even without mixing, we see that the salt gets mixed with the water. So why does this happen? Because we know that salt is made up of particles, okay, and water is also made up of particles. So these particles, they are moving. So while moving, they come in contact with each other and they mix with each other. So this is an example of diffusion of solids in liquids.
Go.
So the second type of diffusion is diffusion of solids in gases. Now you must have noticed that even if you keep your room clean and closed, still you see that on some objects there are some dust particles which get collected. Okay, so why does this happen? Actually, these dust particles, these are solids. Okay, so some dust particles, they always mix with the particles of air. So air here is gas. So these dust particles, they get mixed with the particles of air, and when this air reaches your room, so the particles of dust, they settle over the objects. That is why you are able to see the dust particles on different objects present in your room. This is an example of diffusion of solids in gases. So the third type of diffusion is diffusion of liquids in liquids. Now we have to take two types of liquids. The first liquid is ink. It can be blue or black, and the second one is water. So if you take some water in a pot, and along the corner of this pot, if you put in some ink drops, and after some time you notice that the whole water will turn blue or black depending on the color of ink. So why does this happen? You are not mixing the ink, right? You just added some drops from the corner. So why the whole water turned blue or black? Because the particles of ink, which is a liquid, they were continuously moving, and the particles of water, they were also continuously moving. So when they were moving and they mixed with each other, the whole water turned blue or black. Okay, so this is an example of diffusion of liquids in liquids. Now the fourth type of diffusion is diffusion of gases in liquids. Now you know that air is a mixture of different gases, and oxygen is one of those gases. Okay, so oxygen is present in atmosphere, and some amount of oxygen, it gets mixed with water also. Okay, so the aquatic animals, means the water living animals, what they do, they breathe in this dissolved oxygen which is present in water. Okay, so this oxygen from atmosphere, it gets dissolved in water, and this dissolved oxygen is used up by the aquatic animals for breathing. So this is an example of diffusion of gases in liquids. So the next type of diffusion is diffusion of gases into gases. This is fifth type. Okay, so you must have noticed that if you light up an incense stick, means agarbatti, if you light up an incense stick, then its smell or its fragrance, it spreads in a whole house. So why does this happen? Means you can smell it everywhere in your home. It happens because the smoke coming out of the incense stick, it mixes with the particles of air. So here air is a gas, and the smoke which is coming out of this incense stick, it is also a gas. So you are able to smell this fragrance because its particles, they mix with the particles of air. So this is an example of diffusion of gases into gases. Now the next type of diffusion is diffusion of solids into solids. Now you must be thinking how this is possible. Okay, so this is also possible, but the rate of diffusion, it means the speed of diffusion of solid into solid, is very slow. Okay, so how this happens, I will tell you at the end of this video. Okay, for now we should take an example. You must have noticed that if we write something on a blackboard, like if this is a blackboard and you write something on it, and you keep it uncleaned for some long time, okay, and after some days when you try to erase it, then you see that you are not able to erase it quickly. Okay, Why does this happen? Because the particles of chalk, they diffuse with the particles of blackboard. That is why you find it difficult to clean the blackboard. Here chalk is a solid and this blackboard, it is also a solid. So this is an example of diffusion of solids into solids. So these were some different types of examples of diffusion depending on the type of matter. To remember one thing, that the speed of diffusion in solids is slowest and the speed, or you can also say rate, of diffusion in gases is the highest. Okay, so actually what happens here, solid particles, let's say this is a solid, so solid particles are close to each other. Okay, so they are close to each other, that is why the force of attraction between them is highest. That is why they are not able to move freely. So if they are not able to move freely, then the amount of diffusion, or you can also say the speed of diffusion, is also slow. But in case of gases, the particles are far from each other, therefore the force of attraction between them is also very low. That is why the particles are able to move freely in all that direction. So the amount of diffusion or the speed of diffusion is also high in case of gases. Now if you know some examples of diffusion, then you can write it down in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching my video, and if you liked my video, then please like it and share it, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much again.